Check this out.
Today what we're going to be doing is I've got a deer stand up at what we call Hilltop, and I've had a couple good shooting lanes out of Hilltop cleared out. So today what my plan is to clear out those shooting lanes and prep them to make them kind of food plots. Well, the land's pretty wet right now. I was up, I used the cutter and cleared out the grass a little bit. It was pretty muddy. And then I brought up the box blade. I wanted to level out some of the area up there so it wouldn't pool up. It's just too wet. I was going to take the rake up there next and kind of clear out the spot. And then the shooting lanes from down branches and things like that. And then by the end of it, I was just making more ruts than anything. So I'm going to give it a couple weeks now, getting that grass out. I think it'll be good. Maybe dry it out in there a little bit, and then come back up and then maybe run the tiller over a little bit if we can get a couple weeks without rain.
It's the weekend of August 8th. Headed back to the land. This is my last weekend before bear baiting starts. I've got a few more things to do out in the woods, and I want to get those done because, again, once I start bear baiting on the property, I want to stay off of there as much as possible. So I've got a long list of things to do, and I'm fighting the weather right now. It's supposed to be nice weather today, and I've got severe weather storms coming in. So the first thing I want to do when I get up there is I want to get out and I want to rake those shooting lane food plots that I want to plant. And then I want to get up and till those and plant those. If I can get that done before the rain hits, that's great. A little rain's going to help right away. So we'll get that done. Then I want to get back out and I want to mow swamp stand food plot. The deer have been in there like mad spring and early summer, so I think whatever's in there is good. So I just maybe need to mow it down a little bit. I'll look. Maybe I'll end up tilling it and planting again in there, but I don't think I need to. Anyway, I am up now. I am about to get the tractor and we are going to do a little raking. The nice thing about this 4066R, it's got a lot of power, but what also happens is I have controls in the back of it, so if I don't get things quite lined up right for my 3-point, I can make small adjustments with the tractor from behind. I'll show you how I do that. All right, so how this works with the 4066 on using those back controls. The first thing you have to do is put that into here. You put the parking brake on, make sure you have it in low, and when you stand up, it should give you the 5 beeps. Oh, nope, I gotta put it in low. Got those 5 beeps now. So now when you come out, you have the rear controls here that can go forwards and backwards. You have to hold both down. Slowly move it forward. Slowly move it backwards. They can use the up and down on the PTO. Well, I've got the rake hooked up. Now we're headed up to the shooting lanes. Easiest one, just to see if it's too wet. I'm hoping it's been dry for the last couple weeks, so I'm hoping that I'm not gonna rut it up because it's too wet. So far it looks pretty good in front of me. This is where it kind of gets nasty though in here. All right, this is the north shooting lane. before I rake it. What I'm trying to do is get all the down logs, so when I come in with the tiller, I can just till it. So let's see what happens here. This one's kind of been the most muddiest. All right, so I've got the shooting lanes raked out, which is good. And now I'm just gonna go back and get the tiller. And see, I got not very wide. Not very wide, but that's okay. That's not what I want. Just looking for a little staging area. This side, this is the south landing strip. That's hilltop here. This side's pretty good. It's pretty dry. The south shooting lane is fairly wet. But I'm thinking that, you know, I till it a couple years in a row now, and this is going to be my first year doing it. I'll level it off, and maybe it'll keep it from getting so wet. But here's my second shooting lane. A lot of them come crossing from one side to the other, so trying to just give them a place to come throughout the day, maybe stage up before they go into the big fields. So now we're going to go get the tiller and tiller up. All right, we're locked and loaded. Got the tiller, headed back up to those shooting lanes. We're gonna till those up. Then we are gonna come back and do a little planting. I did the hardest one. I did the south or the north food plot first, and it looks good. So I'm really excited for that. Now we're gonna hit we are gonna hit the south one. That was the north one. Here's the south one before. It's not bad looking now. And once you get this tilled up, it looks really good. Well, we got these plots tilled up nice. Really happy with how they turned out. It is a little muddy, but as you can see, nice and tilled up. It'll be a good little food plot for these deer. So it goes all the way. This is the south plot. Goes all the way up. Then I have another little crossing path here. It'll get to the south or the north food plot, which is actually a shooting lane. So we'll give them some place to cross and feed as they're crossing. But yeah, you can see that's all tilled up. A little bit wider here, but it's probably 1/8 of an acre of the plant, which is good. As I take the long, slow drive back with the tractor from Hilltop, I'm thinking to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna leave the tiller on. I'm gonna swap out tractors, get on the 3032E, and maybe go back and see what swamp stand looks like. Maybe hook up a cutter, cut my way back through the two-man stand. I have a cutoff there. See what that looks like, and maybe I'm gonna have to till that up and plant that right now too. But maybe I'll cut it and see what it looks like. That way I'll let the shooting lanes dry out a little bit. Not that it's gonna dry out a lot. There's not a lot of sun right now, but you know, once it's tilled up, kind of let it just sit for a minute, a couple hours, and then I can get back to getting up and planting that. Look at the forecast. Maybe I need to plant it tomorrow. If it's not going to rain the rest of the day, maybe I'll just let it sit for tonight and then get back out there tomorrow and morning and plant that. All right, so I am going out to mow, see what swamp stand looks like. horseflies are horrible, so I put on a long sleeve. I am bringing a head net, and let's make this journey. Swamp stand mowed. I am gonna till it. I'm only gonna till the back half because the front half has a lot of good alfalfa and clover still growing. So I've cut that, so hopefully it'll grow back. I don't know if you saw it. I know I was in time lapse, but I got into an underground hive, so I got stung by a couple wasps. But then I went back over to wheel stand and I started clearing over there. I'll show you that tomorrow. It was so bumpy I didn't want to hook up the camera and have it fall off, but I'll figure it out one of these days how to do it. I had to fill up with a little gas. Now we're gonna go till another plot. Just to give you an idea, this is the swamp stand food plot. This front half over here has pretty good alfalfa and clover still growing. So I'm probably just gonna do from like here up and see how that goes. All right, I'm gonna try making a couple passes. I wanna see if the remote will fit this far. Kind of went through last time and picked up all the rocks. I'm right on the edge right now. You can see where I'm at. Alfalfa's to the tractor's left. I should say it's more clover, but I'll make one more swipe and then I'll do time lapse. I'm going pretty slow right now just because I want to make sure I chunk up any rocks. And I'm really hoping that this DJI mic, this is DJI mic, not DJI Mic 2 that I'm using right now, will be a good field test. Right where the bucket is right now is where I got stung by that underground hives of wasps. My knee still hurts from that. Saturday morning, I am headed to town. This is one of my favorite things to do. Usually when the kids are still up here and Andy's up there sleeping, so instead of making racket around the barn, I drive into town, grab a cup of coffee, and I drive back, taking the back roads and just kind of check out the public land, see if I can see any deer or bear or turkeys. But plan for today is we are going to fertilize and lime the three little plots, the shooting lanes that we tilled up yesterday, and then also the swamp stand food plot. I'm gonna cultipack those, seed them, drag them, and hopefully, again, it looks like rain. It was supposed to downpour last night, but luckily it didn't, so hopefully I'll be able to get into those plots easy enough and get in and get out. That's the plan. First stop, Hilltop. that was hotter work than I expected. It's 8 o'clock and it's humid out already. So I got the fertilizer down. So now I got to go back, get the tiller, till it all up. I'm gonna pack it, seed it, and drag it. So I was hoping to have this done by 10, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But it's fertilized, so that's good. Well, I've got the fertilizer down. I've got it tilled in. So now what I'm gonna do, it's the process, but I'm going to go back, get my landscape rake. I'm just gonna dig up just a little bit, loosen the ground just a little bit, and then I will plant and broadcast the seed, and then I will take a chain link fence and drag it one last time. So that'll be the plan. It is 9:30, so my goal of being done by 10 is not gonna happen. But it's a process. If you don't do it right, you know, it's kind of a waste of time and money. So you've got to go through all the steps to make sure that there's good seed contact with the soil. The soil is got the nutrients that the seed needs to grow, and then coverage for after you seed, and make sure the seeds don't get dried out by the sun.
I'm going to be using alfalfa and a Hail Mary mix and radishes and biologic. So in my shooting lanes, I'm going to be using this Hail Mary mix that's from Evolved, as well as a Primo's alfalfa mix. In my swamp plot, I'm going to be using this biologic mix as well as this radish mix. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. For my drag, what I'm going to use is this 10-foot piece of chain link fence, fold it over, and then I'll zip tie the ends together. Watching the radars, there's thunderstorms approaching, so I want to get the seed dragged before they hit. Timing can be just perfect for this. After dragging the shooting lanes, I realized the chain link fence didn't have enough weight to it. So when I got down to swamp stand, I decided to grab a couple rocks that the tiller kicked up and add them in between the two chain link fence halves. That seemed to do the trick.